Today we're going over the 9 habits that are going to change your body forever. And when I say forever, I'm talking about you getting into the shape that you want to be in and staying there. Most people can only dream of maintaining a lean body year-round, but today I'm going to show you the 9 habits that'll help you do just that. Let's start with number 1. Don't deny yourself the food you love. You were probably not expecting that one, but it's true. If you want to transform your body and actually maintain your results, you can't stay restricted with your diet plan for too long. When you tell yourself that you can't eat something for a couple weeks, it's totally different than telling yourself you can never eat that same something ever again. If you really love pizza and you decide you're never eating it again, in fact, you're never even going to think about it again, you've just locked yourself into a psychological wrestling match, one that you're probably going to lose because suppressing a thought only makes you think about that thought even more. A much better strategy to deal with your cravings when you're on a long-term plan is by not having any restrictions, but instead understanding your body better. What I mean is that we have 2 different types of hunger: the physical feeling of hunger and your mind's interpretation of that feeling of hunger. The physical feeling are things like your stomach growling and feeling empty. Maybe even your mouth starts to water or you're feeling low on energy. But most people never even experience the physical feeling of hunger because before they even can, their mind hunger has already taken over. All of a sudden, your mind space becomes full of all these wonderful suggestions of things that will end your hunger, and usually none of them are healthy. And like I just said, suppressing thoughts will only make you think of those thoughts more. So the best way to handle this is to allow yourself to eat whatever your mind is telling you that you really want. However, the catch is that before you allow yourself to eat that pizza, cookie, or ice cream, before you eat whatever it is that your mind is telling you have to have, you have to first handle the physical feeling of hunger by having a high protein, high vegetable, healthy carb meal. Now, the reason why I want you to do this is because your mind's hunger isn't real. It's an illusion. It's just a reaction to your body's physical feeling of hunger, and as soon as you satisfy that physical feeling of hunger, 90% of the time you won't even want whatever it is that you were obsessing over. And if you still do, help yourself because you're not going to eat very much of it at all before you're full. You'll be mind blown at how amazing this strategy is. Try it. I can go on and on about how great this strategy is, but there's still 8 other habits that we have to cover, so let's move on to the next one, which is to start exercising with heavy weights. Lifting heavier weights releases more muscle growth and fat-burning hormones than lifting light weights. As long as you're moving at a moderate pace, you'll be able to burn way more calories and get way more done within a shorter period of time. Also for naturals, lifting heavier weights helps encourage more protein synthesis, which isn't as much of a concern for steroid users, but for naturals, this leads to greater muscle gains. My favorite rep range is 6 to 8 reps. So when I say heavy, I'm not talking about powerlifting. But you don't want to pick a weight that you can do for more than 8 reps. If you can do that weight for more than 8 reps, then it's time to move up to a heavier weight. The heavier the weight, the more calories you'll burn with each rep. And by using heavier weights, you'll activate more fast twitch muscle fibers and release lots of fat-burning hormones, allowing you to continue burning fat hours after your workout during the recovery process. You'll also build more bone density, and lifting heavier weights consistently will help you increase your metabolism. Point is, lift heavy weights. Most of you that are debating between going heavy or light simply don't want to push yourself, and pushing yourself is required to consistently continue getting results. Next habit is to practice fasting regularly. I want you to get all that nonsense out of your head that you've been told about having breakfast and you want to have X amount of meals per day, because none of that is true. Your body works based off of totals, so if you overeat one day and fast the next day, your totals will probably balance out. Fasting allows you the freedom to eat more of the foods that you enjoy without having to worry as much about going over your total daily calories and macros. It's also one of the best ways to drop insulin levels, leading to more fat loss. You won't slow your metabolism down, you won't lose muscle mass, and you won't starve if you simply don't eat for a period of time. But you will have more time to do other things. You will also be able to have fuller, more enjoyable meals when you actually do eat, and you're going to enjoy dieting a whole lot more. The next habit is to exercise first thing in the morning whenever possible. If you have trouble getting your workout in, or if you procrastinate, this is a must. By waking up and going straight to your workout, you're doing 2 things. 1, you're getting your workout done and out of the way. And 2, you're starting your day off on a very high note. So Many people dread having to do their workout later on in the day, and then the dread turns into excuses, which turns into procrastination, and then they never wind up showing up. Showing up is the majority of the battle, so just start your day by doing your workout before you can start making the excuses. And I promise you, you're gonna be on top of the world and way more productive for the rest of the day. The next habit is to always focus on progressive overload during your workouts. If you've been running 3 miles for cardio for years, it's time to try 5 miles. If you've been lifting the same weight for squats for 6 weeks, let's try to up that weight even by 5 pounds. The only way to transform your body is by making incremental progress over time. For every workout, try to find one exercise that you can make a little more challenging than last time, and you'll find yourself progressing really fast. Next, I want you to practice lowering your sugar consumption. And no, not only because sugar makes you gain weight and it's unhealthy for you, but because sugar is addicting. Anyone that's drank soda before regularly fully understands this. If you drink soda or some other sugary beverages for even a few days in a row, you'll start to notice you crave it. Refined sugars light up reward centers in your brain in a way that you just can't match with real food and water. Your brain and your body literally gets hooked on the sugar, which spikes your insulin levels, ultimately increasing fat storage while blocking fat loss. The less sugar you have, the less you'll crave, and the more you'll begin to reset your taste buds to enjoy natural, real food sources. This actually takes us right into our next habit, which is to stick mostly to natural, single ingredient food sources. Shop along the outside perimeter of your grocery store and avoid the inner aisles where almost everything is processed and packaged into a box. If what you're buying has a label, check and make sure that there is preferably just one ingredient, and if there are more than just one, make sure that all the ingredients are from single ingredient natural sources. Your body's better equipped to digest and assimilate real food, and you're much more likely to not overeat when you're eating real food. The next habit is gonna sound absurd, and I know a lot of you are gonna say you don't have time, but I want you to try to exercise every day. The easiest habits to maintain are the ones that we do daily without thinking about it. Brushing our teeth, using deodorant, and taking a shower are all perfect examples. Have you ever forgotten to brush your teeth one day and then all of a sudden you forget again the next day? That's how habits work. Even though it might sound harder to make time for a workout every day when compared to, let's say, 3 days a week for your workouts, your motivation and momentum snowballs. When you exercise and then take 2 days off, it almost feels like you're getting back in the routine when you end up coming back for a workout again. By doing some form of exercise every day, even if it's taking a long walk one of the days, it helps eliminate thoughts, excuses, and procrastination and makes working out more of an automatic habit. If you think you have no time to work out every day, I'll leave you with 2 quotes. The first is that we make time for things that are most important to us. And the second is that exercise will never take time away. It'll only add time on. Forward momentum leads to consistency, and consistency is our final habit because it's the sole key to having long-term success. Make it a habit to be consistent with your workouts and living a healthy lifestyle. That means if you have to travel, find a gym in the area you're traveling to. If you don't feel like working out, do it anyway. And always be sensible with your eating habits. Every time that you don't feel like working out and you allow yourself to give up on your workout plans, you're training your mind that it's okay to not follow through. And it makes it that much easier to quit next time. Instead, you want to reinforce in your mind that you do what you say you're going to do, because not only will that behavior benefit your body, but it'll also bleed out into all other areas of your life. That's it, guys. I really hope this video has helped you out. If you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe and feel free to register for my free 6-week challenge that I'm running right now, where the way that you get it for free, the big catch is that you actually have to stick to the plan. Wow, who would have thought that if you want to change your body, you have to not only have a plan, but also you have to be willing to follow it and stick to it. With this plan, we'll give you everything you need to succeed, including an accountability coach that's going to check in with you every single week, as well as a diet and a workout plan. And on average, my clients are losing either 20 pounds or 5% body fat during these 6 weeks. If you're motivated and you want a challenge that pushes you to follow through and do your part, then click the link below and visit my website. It's gravitytransformation.com. I'll see you guys soon.